bit too tight. Yo, 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 what's up? It's John from J Generation Garage, you know. Capital with a stick. Let's see who's in here. Let's see. Let me go to all chat. Let's see who's in here. Chris Fisher, Cars, Gary, Carolina Big. It's raining. Every now and then, I'll go back inside when the hard rain comes, but it's raining right now. I don't know if you can see it drizzling, but I gotta finish that strip right there. I gotta figure out what I want to do on that end. I ain't decided yet, but so, and I gotta put the trim up on the top. So, but yeah. So, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Cars. Appreciate it. Look how bad the metal's faded. Sun is rough on shit, boy. Look, that metal and that metal is the same color. That's how bad it's been faded. Sun, it's all right. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Let me show you. Here's the, where's that? Where in the hell's it at? Must be out here. Someone in your close family is tell you the truth about that hat. All right, why don't you tell me? I ain't got nobody close in my family. Why don't you open them lips and tell me? tell me what you think about it, and then I'll tell you what I think about what you think about it. How about that? So, where's the damn girl? What happened to you? You molting? It's the wrong time of the year to be molting. Oh, here it is. I looked right over it. I wasn't even. So here's the trim. This trim here, see how it goes up, over, and down? This piece, they call this Z trim because it looks like the letter Z. The letter Z. So, so this piece right here, I'm not gonna do it today. That piece there goes at the top. That piece goes at the top of the metal all the way across. So I have to unscrew that metal at the top, slide it under that metal, and then slide it underneath it. So I ain't gonna try to attempt that in the rain. So, but yeah, pretty good in the neighborhood. Now the rest of this metal goes up on the inside, and I can't put it up on the inside because I don't have my insulation. So I'm gonna try to get the I'm gonna try to get the insulation this week. Probably later on towards the week. The C10 fall revival. Spit it out. The C10 fall revival is Friday and Saturday. So whatever day I go, Lowe's is not close. Lowe's is close by. So I'll just go by and pick up a bundle of insulation, and then I can put the insulation up, and then I can put the metal up on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and insulate the wall, and the reason why I'm gonna insulate it, because if I close in these 3 bays with garage doors, and what I'll probably do, instead of closing in the ceiling, I'll probably just go in there where the void's at and close that in, and then probably put that panel board up. I looked in the spray foam, where they spray foam ceilings. Man, that shit is expensive, boy. Yeah, I'll probably put a roll-up door. Eventually, Chris, I'll probably close all 3 of these in. That's the biggest door right there. That's a 12-foot door. 12 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. Yeah, so eventually I'll probably close in these. But this is, once I get this done, yeah, that spray foam, man, that shit is expensive. But this metal, I've had this metal for a while, just hadn't went and got it. So we'll do this wall, and then we'll do this wall, and then this will be done. And then the concrete guys are coming back to finish the pad down there. So, got to do it in stages. So, but yeah, it's raining. But yeah, I just thought I'd jump on here, see what everybody's doing. Like I said, this is my sign. This sign used to be on that telephone pole right there. And the wind, that wind right there, it flipped it out. And now I gotta climb up that damn telephone pole to put the sign back, so. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Clean my mess up. Clean my mess up. Yep. You finally got a hold of them to come back. No, I got somebody else, Carolina. I actually found a whole different crew. And they told me to give them a week, 1 week head notice. They said give them a 1 week head notice, and they'll come out here and they'll finish it all. They'll finish every bit of it for me. So, yeah, Gary, the wind is blowing pretty good, and it's raining. We got a bunch of rain last night. We got like 2 inches of rain last night. But I got out here this morning and finished up around the door. And then I have to figure out how I want to finish it up to go up around the telephone pole. So I got that corner, but I don't know if I'm going to use that corner. I might end up taking a piece of that J trim. Probably what I'm thinking about doing, honestly, is I'll just show you what I'm thinking about doing. See, here's the corner, and it's not really a corner, all right? It's not a corner. But I got a corner anyway because I didn't know. So what I'm actually thinking about doing, that's why I stopped. What I'm thinking about doing is taking the metal that I cut out of the door, which is this piece right here. Thinking about taking this right here and ripping it. See, I got nibblers. Y'all didn't think I had nibblers. I got nibblers. I'm thinking about this right here, measuring the rib and then ripping this and just taking a section out of this. I don't know. I hadn't decided yet. When I'm undecided, I just don't do nothing. And then I'm thinking about taking these nails out where I had them skateboards, and then running a piece of metal to match this metal with that rib, and running the metal all the way down to the floor, and then taking a piece of J trim and put it like that on the side like that. So it'll be like, the metal won't be like 3 inches wide at the bottom, but do it like that right there. Just do a piece of J like that all the way to the top and run it down. That's what I'm thinking about doing. You know what I'm saying? So just run a piece of J all the way to the top and then it'd be all the way down, and then slide the metal down in between it. So it wasn't never designed to be closed in anyway, but you know how shit evolves, you know, over time. I wouldn't never expected to work from home neither, but that shit evolved too. So, yep. We doing good. I hope you're doing good. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. So we got that done. Finished it up this morning after the rain. Retired carpenter for 45 years. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Chris. Yeah, I could run the screws this way. I could run them, you know, into the, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I was thinking, Chris. Exactly. Taking and, that's exactly what I was thinking. If my brother wouldn't have shot himself, he'd be around here. He was a damn guru at this shit. What end of the middle did you? The big end. I started big end. Yeah. Big end. I started with big end, little end. Yeah, so the little end and then the big end. So the seam is, so when you walk up, you can't see the seam. That's the way my brother always taught me. So when you walk up, you don't see the lip. But if you're walking out, I didn't put no belt on this morning. If you're walking out, you can see the lip. See the lip? You can see it when you walk out, but you can't see it when you walk in. So that's the way he showed me. Well, that's cool, man. That's cool, Wes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, Chris. Running the screw in here and then sliding the metal down. And then the metal wouldn't need no screw because it can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about when I put the J-trim up like that right there, run the screw in there like that. And then when you slide the metal down in the hole, it ain't going nowhere. The flat spot of the tin should be on the board. I don't. The flat spot of the tin should be on the board. Yeah, the flat spot. Yeah, the flat spot's on the board. Yep, flat spot, flat spot, flat spot. And I put the screw, I know some guy the other day, he was having a damn conniption fit on why I put the screw where I put it. That's where the metal manufacturer tells me to put the screw. And I've used the same metal manufacturer for 20 years. So they tell you to put it in a flat, and if you don't put it in a flat, then they won't warrant it. Just like when I did my boy's greenhouse. So we just run the screws at the bottom and the screws at the top. So that's that. But yeah, it's gonna make a big difference. It's gonna make a big difference. Oh yeah, and the box came. That box, it came yesterday. Right here, right there, it came yesterday. So get that fixed. Honestly, I honestly, the metal is the same left side and right side. I could honestly take the metal, the other metal, and I could put it up on the inside and go ahead and close that wall in. I could do that today. It wouldn't take me long. I could do that. I could go ahead and, because it's the exact same metal. Both walls are identical other than the door. So I could go ahead and take everything off the wall on that side, go ahead and run the trim at the bottom, and go ahead and move the table out of the way, get that grill off the wall, and just go ahead and put the metal up. It'd just be, if I done it that way, it'd just be a pain in the ass to put insulation up on the outside because it's a pretty steep ravine So I'd rather put the metal up and then put the insulation up from the inside. And then staple it from the inside instead of trying to climb up a 16-foot ladder on the outside, because the bank out there is like that. So yeah, there's a wagon right there. Yep. Yep. So, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, the boys and girls, and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. We on our way to 10,000 subscribers, boys and girls. We on our way. We need like 1,900 more people to hit 10,000. 10,000. Oh yeah, Super B's nice. I've done several Super B's. Let me sit down for a second. I've done several Super. I've done Super Bird, Super B's. I've done a bunch. So tomorrow is Monday. So tomorrow, boys and girls, tap back in tomorrow. We'll be back on the 63 Impala. We're gonna try to button up a few things. I don't understand why that came and none of my Amazon shit came. I don't understand. I just don't understand. But tomorrow, what we're gonna try to do is, we're gonna fill the torque converter up. We're gonna get some bolts, torque converter bolts. We're gonna make sure the engine's mounted, secured, and then we're gonna put the car back on the lift, similar on the lift, and see if we can get the transmission. Oh, I gotta measure the detent cable. They're different lengths, so I gotta measure the detent cable and then go to AutoZone and order a detent cable, and then go ahead and put the transmission in, then fill it up with fluid. Because if I put fluid in it and then fill it up, it's gonna make it a little bit heavier. But I am gonna fill the torque converter up before I put the torque converter in. The transmission, complete rebuild on the transmission, it says it holds 15 quarts. So if I put 15 quarts of transmission fluid and then I use the jack to get the transmission up, that's just added weight, and I don't need that in my life. So I will fill the torque converter up first, then put the torque converter in, make sure it double clinks. So when you put the torque converter in, you gotta make sure it goes click, click, and then get new torque converter bolts, make sure all the hardware's right, and then we'll pick the car up, and then we'll put the transmission in, and then we'll put the cross member in, and that'll be good. We'll put the dipstick in, we'll put the detent cable in, and then we'll fill up the transmission, the rest of the fluid, and then we'll call about the dry shaft and see what we can figure out about that, and then we'll order the shifter and some little odd end things. And I have to drop the gas tank as well. Have to drop the gas tank as well so we can put the return line on the gas tank. So, because that gas tank does not have a return, so we have to put a return in it. So that ought to be fun. But we got the stuff to do it. So we'll just figure, in the morning I'll figure out the game plan. We might do the tank first, then do the transmission. I don't know. But I'll go live tomorrow and we'll be on the 63 Impala and see what we can figure out on that thing. And then we'll probably prep the trunk this week, get it all prepped, and we'll probably spray bed liner right here where it's at. And we'll go ahead and spray bed liner in the trunk and get that done. I know, Carolina, man. I got so much stuff ordered from Amazon, man, and they usually don't do that to me, man. I got wire loom. I got that new 360 stick for the camera. Got a bunch of other stuff ordered. The only thing that came in yesterday was the the box for the burn table. That came in yesterday, so that's good. So we'll do that, but it'll probably be after hours. It won't be during work hours on that. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know. And Monday's a holiday too. You remember Monday's a holiday, Carolina. So the banks and stuff's closed, so some stuff might not run. So Monday's a holiday. So I don't know. But anyways, I appreciate every single one of you tapping in on a Sunday morning. It's 11 o'clock. Man, I was exhausted yesterday, man, for a lot of reasons. Went to the college, got the foundation stuff squared away on my boys' scholarship, got some stuff squared away, some more stuff squared away at the college. Then I came home and we started putting up metal. And then I had to go out of town for a few hours. Went and done that, came back, got back late. Then actually found this new series on Netflix called Guinness because I like the Pinky Blinders. So I found this new series, and I don't watch a lot of TV. Actually, my wife found it actually, and she's like, "You want to watch this?" Because it's a similar to same guy that wrote Pinky Blinders wrote Guinness. So stayed up and watched that. It was late. I don't know. It was late, and then crashed, and then got up early this morning, watched the rain, and done a little bit of chores, and then the rain stopped, and I said, "Let's finish this metal." How many guys you got working for you? Are you talking to me, Joseph? Is that to me? I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-man band, buddy. I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-man band. Yeah, I'm a one-man band. I tried hiring people in I tried hiring people in the past. It just don't work. It don't work. It's like babysitting, man. It's like babysitting. It's like babysitting. It's like juggling cats. You always got to go behind somebody. You always got to check on somebody. Somebody's always got excuses why they didn't do something. Um, just too much. I mean, I got enough to deal with ordering parts, clients, getting stuff done, keeping stuff on schedule, stuff change orders, just completely, just all kinds of stuff. And then, because I'm A to Z, I'm everything from administration to the zero turn man riding a damn lawnmower mowing the yard. So yeah, I just don't need the headache. I'm a floor installer. Can't find anyone who wants to work. What kind of floor installer? Like hardwood floor, laminated floor, floating floors, epoxy floors. What kind of flooring, Joseph? Amazon Flex used to be here. I know. Oh, so you do it all. I want to epoxy. I want to put epoxy in the garage. That's something else I got to do. I'd really like to epoxy all. See, this shop wasn't designed to work. This in the very beginning, this shop was not designed. This was my personal stuff, and then in 2018, I went LLC. So I started. I was I was already doing stuff in my shop for people, but excuse me, I got the hiccups. I got a big client in 2018, and he was out of state, and he says we're not doing business until you do a LLC. So he's the one that pushed me to be an LLC, which I'm thankful for. So he pushed me to be a LLC, which that was great. So then I started work, and then I worked at the college. I taught at two colleges. I worked at Petty's. I worked here, Did SEMA builds, did Apex builds, did all kinds of stuff at SEMA, all stuff kinds at Petty's, just all kinds of crazy stuff. Discovery Channel, Diesel Brothers, just blah, 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 blah. All a bunch of shit, right? If you're new to the channel, then 2019, January 28th, my little boy died. He was 6 years old. And that put a dampener on everything. I took a year off, and then in 2020, I started in my shop part-time, and then part-time ended up being full-time, and then full-time ended up being double full-time, and it's just snowballed. But I've always made the point that I always said from a young age, when I hit 50, I'm done. What's up, Angie? What's up, Swat Paul from, I don't even know what that is. So I've always said once I hit 50, I'm done. I appreciate that. Started a scholarship at the college to help other people. So that's where I was doing yesterday. I was at the college and was getting the foundation and the scholarship and all that stuff together. They told me who got the reward this year. Just like that, helping other people better their lives. My man, Jackie Kern. Let me tell you something. Let me pause right for a second. My guy, Jack Kern. Y'all see this right here? Let me show y'all something. Let me show you this right here. Y'all see this message right there? I just pinned Jack Kearns. Let me tell you something about Jack Kern. Little Jackie, all right? I can call him Little Jackie. Little Jackie is a super cool dude. Super cool dude. His dad was a little older than me, but we grew up together and we hung out together. Little Jackie was like the baddest little son of a gun on a damn dirt bike east of the damn Mississippi. We hauled that little joker everywhere. And he raced motocross. Bad little son of a gun. His dad because his dad is passed, his dad was probably the best damn carpenter, mold maker, knife maker that make the mold, woodworking, cabinet builder, son of a gun, probably in the whole damn country, United States. I know east of the Mississippi, he had that shit whipped. And little Jackie's doing the exact same thing. But he's somewhere else doing it, and he's got his own cabinet place, doing cabinets and woodworking. And I am super, yeah. Big Jackie was a legend. Now I'm gonna tell you now, he was a damn pistol. Now that son of a gun was a fucking pistol, boy. He didn't put up with no shit, and he didn't put up with no shit. He either liked you or he didn't, and that is a fact. Big Jackie changed my life. Yeah, we got that side done, Angie. We got that side done this morning. I'm going to tell you this, and then I'll show you this. Big Jackie changed my life. Big Jackie changed my life. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how something so small can impact your life with somebody that you look up to. Right? I've always liked Big Jackie. Big Jackie, super cool dude. I actually worked for Big Jackie there for a little bit. One night we had got back from a race. Little Jackie had been racing somewhere. I can't remember what it was. It was Pennsylvania or it was somewhere. Pennsylvania, Tennessee, or Loretta Lynn. We come back from somewhere. And we were at Big Jackie's house. Beautiful house, beautiful house. Every room was different. Every room had different types of wood. Like one room had African mahogany wood. One had red oak. I mean, it was just beautiful. Just a beautiful old school house, right? And we were all sitting in the kitchen, big ass kitchen. Around the kitchen thing, we was all in there. We was drinking, having a good time, and Big Jackie he was sitting there looking at us, and there were some guys in there in the room. And Big Jackie looked at everybody in there, you know, and Big Jackie said, let me tell you something, boys. He said, there ain't nothing wrong with chasing women. There ain't nothing wrong without partying. There ain't nothing wrong with it. But you can't do it your whole life. Can't do it your whole life. You boys need to start buying real estate, and you need to start buying land and real estate and get y'all shit together, because you can't be running up down the roads drinking and partying, chasing women and doing all this. You got and I had a job. I had 2 jobs at the time, and but I didn't have none of the stuff that he was talking about. Just paying rent, just whatever. Just work all week, race all weekend, just whatever, and then just go right. And we sat there and we talked for, man, hours on that. And I've told Jackie this story before. And then at the end of the night, I looked at Big Jackie and I said, I looked at Big Jackie and I said, you know what? I said, before I'm a certain age, and I throw the number out there, I said, before I'm a certain age, I'm either going to build a house or buy a house. And he said, well, I'm going to hold you to it. He said, I'm going to hold you to it. And that day, I quit. I cut back. I almost completely quit drinking, completely quit. Maybe occasional here and there. Started working my ass off, got another job, paid off my debt. I had credit cards for where we used to go racing and put shit on credit cards. Paid all that shit off. Sold all my racing stuff except my 4-wheeler. Kept my 4-wheeler. Sold everything else that I had. And I just started working like a son of a gun. Like, just my focus was, this is my goal. This is my goal. 3 years before the age that I said I was going to do it, I called Big Jackie and I said, Big Jackie, I need you to meet me I give him an address. And he said, okay. And he gets in his truck and I said, I need you to come look at something for me. He said, all right. He comes to the property. He pulls up and I'm in the yard and he said, what we got going on, buddy? I said, nothing much. Now, I hadn't talked to Jackie in a while. Hadn't talked to him in a couple of years. I'd see him in passing or I'd see him in the store or stuff like that. But I hadn't really actually seen him. And he comes to the property and he's like, what we doing? I said, I need you to look at these windows. I said, I need some trim. I need to get some trim made for these windows. And, well, let me take that back. I said, there's something in this house I need you to look at and give me your ideas on it and let me know what you think. And he's like, cool. He's like, whose house is this? I said, well, that's the funny part of it. I said, see this key right here? And he said, yeah. I said, it's mine. And he looked at me and he said, do what? I said, this is my shit. My shit. Stuck the key in the door and opened the door and the door opened up. And he looked at me and I said, 2 years before the day I told you. 2 years before the year I told you, before I reached the age of such and such, I was either going to have me a house or build me a house and buy me some property. And he looked at me and he looked at me. He looked at me and he gave me the biggest fucking hug that you've ever seen in your entire life. And he looked at me and he said, I'm proud of you. He said, I'm proud of you. He said, you did exactly what you said you was going to do. I said, yep, sure did. He said, you quit drinking, you quit running around, quit chasing women, you had your mind on your focus, you built this house, you bought this property. And I said, yep, sure did. He said, where's them other guys that you used to hang out with? I said, they still drinking, they still running the roads. They're in worse shit now. One of them lives with his mama. Always in trouble, drinking, partying, stuff like that. And still to this day, them guys that the same guys that was in Big Jackie's, the same guys that was in Big Jackie's living room that night when we was in his kitchen and we was talking, they're all fucked up right now, and they need help. They kept doing the party life, and it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and they don't have anything. And they look at me, and they one of them had a conversation with me a few years ago, said you think you better than everybody and blah 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 and this and that whatever, and just was being hateful, and I just looked at them and laughed, and they was like, what do you think's so damn funny? I said, I just think it's hilarious that I live rent free in your head. And I brought this story up. I said, Big Jackie told us 15 years ago or 20 years ago that we need to get our shit together and start doing stuff and get focused. I'm the only one that got focused. You three idiots kept doing the same shit you're doing. I appreciate that, Lisa. He was proud. Yeah, you're right, and you're right, Big Jackie. You right, little Jackie. You right, little Jackie. I thought a lot of your daddy, a lot of him, and he did. He held you accountable. If you told him you was gonna do something, your ass better be there. If you partied all night and you supposed to be at work at 4 o'clock, your ass better be at work at 4 o'clock. It don't matter if you drunk or hungover. Your ass better be at work. They ain't no excuses. They ain't no damn excuses. He says if you want to live the light, he said if you want to party all night with the owls, you better be able to hang with the eagles in the day. And yeah, Big Jackie, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm gonna share something with you guys. Big Jackie, not my daddy. He did everything he could possibly do for little Jackie. Everything. Big Jackie was not my father. But Big Jackie told me he's proud of me. And every time I'd see him then on after, he'd tell me he was proud of me. Even though we have our shortcomings and we fall short every day, nobody's perfect. He'd say, man, you're doing good, man, you're killing it, you're killing it. And my own parents has never told me they're proud of me. Never. Not once. Not once. My parents drive by my driveway every day, and never stop. Their brake pedal don't work. Now my sister and my sister's kids, sheesh. Take them to Walt Disney World, take them to Epcot Center, take them to the beach, do big birthday parties for them, decorate their yard. Yeah, it's like I don't even exist. That's okay though. I put that shit to bed a long time ago. But Big Jackie popped in here. Little, I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. So little Jackie, I'm gonna call him Little Jackie forever because he's Little Jackie to me. But Jack Kern, y'all go over to his YouTube channel and hit subscribe. He posts a little bit of his work on there. He's married, got some kids. He's doing great. Super cool dude. Very, very, very. I hope he ends up being 100 times better than his father, doing what he does. And I mean that because his daddy. I watched his daddy one time. They brought in a clay mold up there at the place where they make molding, crown molding and shit. They brought a clay mold in there that this profile of crown molding, baseboard, cove molding that this house wanted down at the golf course down in Pinehurst. And Big Jackie sat there and took a knife. When I say a knife, they'd have to hand cut the knife. Now this is old school technology. This is old school shit. He would sit there with flat bastard files, metalworking tools, and he would cut those knives to match that profile. And then when they would send the wood through the machine, it would actually cut the profile into that metal by spinning, and it would cut it, and it'd make cove molding and all that stuff. Technology's changed now with 3D scanning and 3D printing and AutoCAD and CNC. That's cool and everything, and that's great. That's great. But I'm telling you, Jackie Kearns was old school, and he could make anything, man. He would make cabinets, man. I seen him make cabinets that you couldn't see where the cabinet started and where the cabinet ended. You couldn't tell where the son of a gun was put together. It was seamless. You couldn't see no screws. You couldn't see no dowels. You couldn't see shit. It looked like a wooden box with just, it was just, I cannot put into words. I mean, he would build shit like you would see like on TV, like the Mystery, where you push a button and the damn thing would open and it would slide out. I mean, just unreal of the shit that Big Jackie could build. And if Little Jackie, which I got full confidence in him, 100%, that he can achieve that and even more that what his dad done, because not only does he have damn Carpenter sawdust in his blood, he's also got the mindset of it, and now technology can push him further and beyond, and not taking nothing away from Big Jackie, because he was old school, buddy. He was old school. But let me go out here and show you. There's a few people asked. Yep, I got most of the metal done. I finished up. I got to do a little bit. It rained. I done a little bit in the rain. But yeah, I got all that done. I gotta finish that corner right there, and I gotta put up the drip rail at the top. Love you too, buddy. Love you too. I gotta put the drip rail at the top, but I'm not gonna do that today because I gotta take that metal loose. And I know somebody's gonna say, hey, them lines don't line up. Well, it's because this is on an angle, and that's just the way it ended up being at top. We done that top part like 10 years ago. So, but once I put that drip rail at the top, it won't be so noticeable. But yeah. So yeah, I gotta put that drip rail at the top, and then that'll kind of throw your eye off up there. And then I gotta do this corner, and then we're good to go. This is the rest of the metal for the inside. And I got to get this stuff out of the way so I don't step on it. And yeah, I got shoes on. I got to probably this weekend get some insulation, and then I'll insulate this whole wall. And then this should go pretty quick because it's all J trim, which is this right here. So this is J trim, right? So this right here, this will go pretty quick. So instead of this, what goes up in here, so it'll be a piece of J at the side, and then it'll be a piece of J at the top, and it'll be that angle at the bottom, and then you set it in there, and then you slide the J at the top. So you start with a J, and then you run your metal, and then you slide your J on the top, and then you screw it and hide the screws, and then this whole wall will be done. So that means I got to take this shit down. So I'll have to have some help get that stuff down. I have to get one of my boys to help me take that stuff down so it don't scratch nothing. But then, and then I'll have to go get the other metal. It's at the metal place, and we'll metal this wall, and then this will be completely closed in. So I appreciate it. I really do. I run down there to the stove, went down there to the chicken place and got me some jambalaya. Got me some jambalaya rice. Gonna eat a little bit of rice this morning. Might crack me an egg. Might crack me an egg on top of it and put it in the microwave and nuke that son of a gun. I appreciate it. So I appreciate it. Hey, everybody hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. We're on our way to 10,000 boys and girls. And tomorrow we'll be on the Impala. So stay tuned for that. I don't know, it'll probably be mid-morning, probably 10, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll get back on the Impala after I get started in the morning. And so this week is the Impala week. So we're going to see where we can get. So maybe towards the end of the week, we can get the key. Now, this thing's already ran. You know, we ran this thing on the stand. So the engine runs, it's ready to go. But hopefully towards the end of the week, I can get some little down pipes and put some down pipes on it. So when we fire it up, it won't be right off the headers or right off the manifolds. So maybe I can get some bends to come down a little bit and we'll fire this thing up. So look out, beef stew. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get a plane ticket. Come get some beef stew. No. So I appreciate every single one of you boys and girls. JG don't know about everyone else's. Hold on a second. What happened? Appreciate the uplifting stories. What's up, Scoot? Appreciate the uplifting stories. JG don't know about everyone else, but it helps me. Well, I appreciate it. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a story. And I'm a firm believer if you share your stories, it might just resonate with somebody and make somebody, like Z-Man. I'm going to say it because Z-Man dropped it in the comments. He's seen one of my workout videos. And he posted and said he just had surgery on his rotor cuff, and it gave him motivation to go outside to wash his motorcycle, even though he can't ride, but it gave him motivation to go wash it. He said, I'll probably pay for it tomorrow, but it felt good to get outside. So you never know. You never know. You never know what that little bit. But I appreciate every single one of you. You're right, because everybody's got a story, and this is what I like YouTube so much. I'm not on YouTube to make money. You're not going to make money unless you got like 1 million subscribers. And I'm not on here to make money on YouTube. Now, I know people gift me stuff, and that is very, very humbling, very humbling. They send me gifts, they give me monetary gifts, and I greatly appreciate it. It's not... You don't have to. It's not, that's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is for everybody to interact with everybody. No politics, no religion. We get all that shit regurgitated in our face every single day, and I'm sick of it. That's not what this channel's about. This channel's about helping people, sharing experiences with people. If I can help one person, then I'm good. If I can help one person, I'm good. So if I can show, I do not know it all by no means. And I know a lot of people out there, they give me a lot of credit, and they give me a lot of credit. Where you going, buddy? Hockey. What are you doing? He ain't in here. Fat boy ain't in here. I know a lot of people give me a lot of credit. Carolina Big, Build on a Budget, John Buchanan, stuff like that. Look, I'm just a regular old dude, man. I'm just a regular old dude that's been through a lot of shit and been exposed to a lot of shit. A lot of car stuff, a lot of carpenter stuff, a lot of concrete work. I've been electrical. I've been exposed to just about everything that you think you've been exposed to. I mean, hell, I even got exposed to the damn donkey show when I was in Mexico in 1996. And that right there, I'll talk about that to the day I die. My friend Orlando Rubio took me down there, and I didn't know what the hell I thought we was going to a damn rodeo. We went to a rodeo, all right, but it wasn't that, and that's all we're going to talk about that right there. We ain't even going to say nothing else about that. So, I know what I know. I got degrees hanging on the wall. I got education on the wall. I got hard knocks on the wall. I got thousands and thousands of hours of education, and that still don't make me know it all. Like Gene Winfield said, every day is class day. Every day is classroom. When you stop learning, you stop growing. When you stop growing, you stop doing. And when you stop doing, you might as well stop doing what you're doing. So, if I can help somebody, then that's great. And if somebody can help me, that's great. Charlie Hutton told me one time, if you're the smartest motherfucker in the room, you in the wrong room. You in the wrong room. You in the wrong room. And I'm in my room by myself. I'm in my room by myself. And I love being on here. I love being on here helping people. I love on here helping people, pushing people, to motivate people to be better today than they did yesterday and strive to be better tomorrow. I'm not trying to be self-righteous. I'm a human being just like you, everybody else. I make mistakes. I have shortcomings every single day. I accept it. I own that shit and I move on. If anybody in the world should be mad, if anybody in the world has the right to be mad, it's me. My son died unexpectedly on June 19th or June 2019. 28, my brother shot himself. June 6th of 2019, the same year my little boy died. My little boy's birthday is June 19th. If anybody has the right to be mad at the world, it's me. But I ain't mad. My whole dynamic has changed. The way I look at life is completely different. I'm gonna leave you with this right here. You get 75 seasons. You get 75 springs. You get 75 winters. You get 75 falls. You get 75 summers. If you're lucky in life, you'll get 4,000 hours in life if you're lucky. Some get more, some get less. 75 seasons. When you put it in that perspective, that you only get 75 summers and it's time to check out and your time card gets punched, that puts shit in perspective. Let me tell you something else that puts it in perspective. Weed eating and mowing around your own tombstone every week. My son is buried on my property. I have my own private cemetery on my property. I weed eat and mow around my gravestone every week. I look at my name on my own monument every week where I'm going to be laid to rest. If that don't put your ass in perspective, and if that don't get your ass out of the bed and do something, if that don't make you want to be better today than you do yesterday, then ain't nothing can help you, man. I promise you. I promise you, nothing can help you. Nothing. These cars can't help you. This car can't help you. Nothing. Nothing. Don't waste your energy on people that you can't change people. You can't change people. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You stuck on his ass long enough, you're going to get mud. Don't waste your energy on toxic people, toxic environment. The same old $20 mentality. You're never going to go nowhere. Hang around people that has the $100,000 mentality. I figured it up. It's in one of my community posts. It don't take much. 12 hours a day at $25 an hour, you can make $100 grand in 1 year. You don't believe me? Do the math. You can't change people unless they want to be changed. Don't waste energy on people that you can't change. Don't waste energy on narcissist people. Men and women. Men and women. Men and women. Men and women. Remember this, if the last 5 people you talk to ain't stoking your fire, motivating you, push you better to be better tomorrow than you are today, then get rid of them. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your sister, your best friend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, get rid of them. It is a privilege to be in somebody's life. It is a privilege. It's not a right, it's a privilege. And if you hang around 10 people that's negative and pessimistic and they do the same shit over and over again, guess what? You're going to be the same way. If you hang around 10 people that's positive every day, guess what? You're going to be positive. I am true testimony of that. Big Jackie Kearns told me in his kitchen one night with me and 3 other dudes in his room, in his kitchen. Stop doing what you boys are doing. Stop doing what you're doing. Get out there, buy real estate, buy property, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I changed my dynamic on how I thought. Now, I was young. I changed my dynamic. I was in the military. I was coming home on the weekends, partying like hell, and then going back to the military. It says, change your mentality, change the way you think. Guess what? I changed. I changed. The 3 guys that I used to hang out with, one of them stays locked up all the time, strung out on meth, just bad, bad. The other one has nothing, couldn't rub 2 nickels together. Lives with his mama, and the third one lives out in the woods and does whatever, and all the time you turn around, you always see him get locked up or always see him on mobile patrol. Now, I'm not talking about him. I pray for them, but you know what? You can't change them. You can't change them. The only way they're going to change is themselves. You have to make a conscious decision to change your actions. Nobody is responsible for your actions but yourself. I'm not responsible for your actions. And Hollywood sure damn hell ain't responsible for your actions, because that son of a gun don't do nothing but sleep, eat, and shit. That's it. That's it. That's all he does. That's all he does. So, I'm going to tell you one more. Let me catch up on the comments. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned, CK. I don't even know how to say that. I appreciate that, Scoot. Well, Jeff, I appreciate you tapping in, man. I appreciate that. So, yeah, my son's got a scholarship at Randolph Community College in Asheboro, North Carolina. It's called the Forever 6 Scholarship. I dropped the link down into the community bio yesterday. Everybody was asking about it, so I dropped it down in the bio. Yeah, so normally we working on stuff. So I am from the peach capital of the state. Yes, CK. I will show you the Impala one more time. Yeah, we've already we done everything. I've already done everything underneath. Everything's been bed lined and wool waxed. Has a new blueprint 350, 400 horse, 400 foot-pounds of torque. It's a Sniper 2 fuel injection. I'm waiting on my wire loom so I can hide all the wires. There's some wire loom right there. Yeah, I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the United States, yeah. It has nice interior. We already pulled the gauge cluster out. Look, there's my jacket I was looking for. We pulled the gauge cluster out, see what he wants to do with that. The interior's pretty good. I need to make a package tray panel. He wants to bed line the trunk. So we're gonna bed line the trunk. It has air ride on it. It has a 700R in it. I had the 700R built. It has the 200 PSI big ball in it, so it maintains 200 PSI. So if the detent cable ain't 100% right, it's okay. It's been rebuilt. There's the transmission fluid. A Venom LS5 in that car. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Daniel, what is a Venom LS5? What is that? This car has air ride on it. I did not do the air ride on it, but I did put new pumps in it. I did have to cut the dry shaft to get it out. This car was a running driving car when it came. It was a running driving car with a 350 700R with a telescopical dry shaft. Originally when this car came, I just did a disc brake conversion. And then it evolved into what it's evolved into now. If you bed line the trunk, you'll have trouble selling the bed liners. Well, look here, boss man. User 1, I guess you're new to the channel. So I'm gonna give you benefit of the doubt. I don't hide shit. These are brand new inner fenders. You can go back and watch a live. These are brand new inner fenders. Painted them under hood satin black, and then we bed lined the inner fenders, and then the whole bottom of the car is sprayed with wool wax. I'm not hiding anything. The client wants bed liner. If that's what he wants, that's what he's gonna get. The client's not gonna sell it, and I'm not worried about the resale value of it. The bottom of the car has been wool waxed. Everything's good to go. Like I said, there's some places I need to fix in the trunk, and I'll fix them. But the client said he wanted it bedlined, and I'm gonna bedline it. But I understand, yeah, a lot of people do hide stuff, but I'm very transparent. I take pictures of everything. I show everything. I don't hide nothing. It is what it is. So if a client asks me to do something and it jeopardizes the integrity of the shop or the integrity of the vehicle, I will not do it. All my clients have to sign contracts, and it states it in the contract that this will do this, 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 and this, but I won't do this, this, and this, this. If a client requests me to do something that jeopardizes the integrity or the safety of the vehicle, the contract's null and void, and they have 7 days to come get their vehicle, and I'm done. That's how it works. I don't hide shit. I don't cover up nothing. I've worked 30 years to build my name, and I'm not gonna do no bullshit like I see where people fill in frame rails with foam and chicken wire and then bed line over it, or they hide it with body filler, and then when somebody gets it and picks the car up, they got the whole frames rotted out and rusted out. Now, this car does have rust. Don't get me wrong, it does. The client is aware of that. That's why we're just making it run and drive, making it where he can get it and drive it anywhere he wants to, make it run and drive and safe, because he just wants to ride. He just wants to ride. I am going to see if he'll let me do something on the top. You see there's some rust right here. And if he lets me get into the top, then we'll strip the top and we'll do some kind of lowrider graphics like this right here on the top. We'll do something like this. We'll do something like this right here on the top. Keep it old school, you know. He does not want it painted at this time. So I'm not really worried about the car. It's a good driver. The interior's nice. The engine bay is completely redone. We shaved the firewall. I completely cut all the bad metal out. Go back and watch some old videos. We cut out the old metal. When I say we, me and you, we cut out the firewall. We made a new panel. I made it on the bead roller. We welded it in. We put vintage air, Gen 5 AC system in it. And we've pulled everything in the engine bay has been completely redone. Somebody had already put a wiring harness in this car, so I just had to go back and clean up their wiring harness and pull wires and label them. We did that on live as well. We took the whole damn dash apart. We did that shit on live too. We went through here. And cleaned up all the wires. We went through here and searched for everything that we needed to search. And we kind of cleaned up everything. I think the headlight switch is bad. We put vintage air in it. It's got a Gen 5 AC system in it. I got to build a panel to hold these gauge clusters, and we got to put a new gate. We got to put a new shifter. So, I will drive the damn wheels off this car. It's got a set of 15-inch knockoff wire wheels on it. They're put in storage. So, that's it. And we built the, the dash, like right here, see all this bead rolling stuff where I built for this box truck, all this frame stuff, I done on my bead roller right here, built on my bead roller. This is my Gene Winfield sand pipe anvil. This thing is completely full of sand. I built this on live. We started from scratch and we built this. This is all filled up with sand. And this right here is so I can bend metal, whatever I want to do. I can bend, do whatever I want to do on that. And like this truck right here, this 68 C10, we built that panel right there. All this was built. The guy only had a cab and a title. I've done everything else. This is an aluminum air box that was built in-house. The fresh air system this is a true functional ram air. It goes through that, comes up through that 4-inch intercooler pipe, comes into this box with the air filter, comes out and goes into the engine. So, here's a speaker box right here, all digital. This thing's got vintage air on it too. This guy, I get back on it, and it is a 5-speed. It is a 5-speed manual. Come on. Done all this exhaust. everything. It's dirty, but everything. This box truck built the chassis, done everything, built the bumpers, done all the metal work to the bumpers. Let me turn this other light on. Built the bumpers, done all the bumpers on there. My email address is jginnovationgarage@gmail.com. Built all the stands, built all the bead roll. This thing's got a 302 Mustang in it. Done all that. This thing right here is the cat's meow. Here's the back bumper. Built the back bumper on there. This is a panoramic roof for a square body 4-door. This is my airbrush table. This right here is my airbrush table where I do all my airbrushing and pinstriping. I built the whole chassis underneath this thing. You can see this, I built the whole chassis underneath it. Built the gas tank. Let's see what else. Yeah, let's get back here. This thing's got coilovers. Built all the chassis. Built the gas tank. Built all the aluminum gas tank, tigged it together. Oh, let's see. This is a TKM engine. It made like 675 to the wheel. This is a 68 Pontiac Le Mans. They had 30-inch wheels on this bad boy, and they cut the fenders. They bushwhacked them. They just took a sawzall and just cut them. He wanted me to fix them. So it's a little rusty from sitting here, but that ain't a big deal. Made all the inner panels, bead rolled all that, took and made new lips. Where they cut the fender, I just capped it. All that's metal. Done all that. Fixed the back. The quarter had a bunch of dents and dings in it. We made a new lip right here, and then we took the shrinking disc and got all the dents out. There's a live video on that. Fixed all that. And then fixed all that. I got to fix the top, and I got to replace that little quarter. What does the tires you have the shop put on? Yeah, these are gunny wheels, and this wheel right here will fit like 45 different vehicles. So I take the custom wheels off and send them home with them, or put them in storage so they don't get overspray or grinding or nothing like that on there. So that's what they were for. So that's that on that. So yeah. And then that's my son's square body down there. It's completely dropped. Runs 22 by 12s in the back. And then we built a whole bed floor in that too as well. So yeah. Let's see. This is how you get a hold of me, man. Right there. C6K. That's where I am. My number's public. It's been public since 1997, 98. My email address is jginnovationgarage@gmail.com. Send me an email. Business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Close on Saturday and Sunday on the weekends. If you call me, leave a message. I'll call you back and let me know. Like I said, and then down there's the paint booth. That's the paint booth down there. That's where I do all my big painting. I do everything. Look, I do everything but interior work. And Cato, my buddy Cato and PG, Cato out in Utah and PG out in Texas. They do all my interior. I'm in Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. All right, boys and girls. Last thing, JG Innovation Garage is an equal opportunity company that is committed to diversity and inclusion in the workplace. We prohibit discrimination, and this section is for the haters out there. They have a job as well. This is a cheerleader section. We welcome you to join all and participate. Baby wipes and ibuprofen are available in the vending machine if needed. Right there is y'all's seat right there. Right there is y'all's seat. Remember what I said, boys and girls. Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag, piece of chicken grease, I'm out.